My name is Nathan Wilborn. I'm making this video for my weather and climate class at Owensboro Community Technical College for my final project. This project in this video is going to be over the Lut Desert. I hope you like it. You might ask, where is the Lut Desert? The Lut Desert is in Iran, and it is a part of the Afro-Asian Belt of Deserts, which starts in West Africa and stretches all the way to East China. You can imagine how long that could be. The Lut Desert covers over 170,000 kilometers of nothing but pure rock and sand. This area is also called the toasted wheat. It's kind of funny if you think about it. The Lut Desert is the world's 25th largest desert. And that's a pretty crazy fact if you think about it, because I just said it was over 170,000 kilometers, and it's still only the world's 25th largest desert. That's amazing. Weather in this area. The Lut Desert has been recorded by NASA to have reached the hottest temperatures on Earth at 70.7 degrees Celsius, which is about 160 degrees Fahrenheit roughly. And I know in Owensboro, Kentucky, we don't get anywhere near that. I think the hottest I've seen is like 115 degrees, and that's with the humidity. But anyways, no living things can live there. Humans could not live there in this area for a significant amount of time without the right tools and resources needed. Another fun fact is not even bacteria has been found there. Bacteria cannot survive here, and that's just crazy to think about. Weather continued between the months of June and October in the Lut Desert. There are really strong winds during these months. These winds carry a sediment across the desert, which causes erosion. This is why you don't really see a lot of rock. Mainly it's just all sand, because erosion, it breaks down the rocks and just creates sand. So this is why you don't really see anything there. The maximum amount of rainfall in this area is 100 millimeters. And that's basically nothing. But you can imagine, deserts, they don't get a whole lot of rain. In this slide right here, it shows this week's 7-day forecast for the Lut Desert. Right now, it's not super hot there. Well, it's still hot, but not as hot as 70.7 degrees Celsius. In this slide right here, it shows the night temperatures get as low as 22 degrees Celsius. And during the daytime, I think the highest is 42 degrees Celsius as right now in this time in the season for the Lut Desert. And you can see here the humidity level is basically nothing. It's 10%. In Owensboro, we're used to seeing 80, 90 degree percent humidity, so it's totally different from here and there. You might ask, why is it so hot? The deserts such as the Lut Desert are hot because of the lack of water that it receives. When the sun rays hit the ground in the Lut Desert, the sun rises the temperature of the ground, which causes the air temperature around the Lut Desert to rise. Since there is zero water on the ground, there's nothing to cool the ground, so it's just constantly getting hotter and hotter during the day. Another reason that there are almost zero storms and clouds in this area. Since there is almost zero clouds, there's nothing stopping the sun's rays from heating the ground. See, there's no clouds, so there's nothing shading the ground from all these sun rays. That's why it just keeps constantly getting hotter and hotter throughout the day. Other reasons that the Lut Desert is so hot is because the desert is inland, which there is no moist air in this area to create rain or clouds to cool the temperatures. Um, and since there are no clouds at night, the temperature drops quickly. If you think about it, during the day the temperatures rises very quickly, and just because there's no clouds, there's no water, there's no moisture in the air, and the same thing pretty much happens at night too. The temperature just drops instantly almost. Not instantly, but pretty close. Anyways, nearly all deserts found are found around mountains or tropic areas, and are also inland for the most part. This is because the winds coming down from the mountains, uh, the wind sweeps all the moist air away from the desert area, which create those really dry areas. Some fun facts about the Lut Desert. Um, Over 3,000 artifacts have been found in the Lut Desert, which all of them have been dated back over 5,000 years ago. That's amazing. The Lut Desert covers over 170,000 kilometers, which is over 10% of Iran. Iran's not it's not a huge country, but 170,000 kilometers is 10%, over 10%. So, I mean, this desert is huge. Um, it's not just the hottest place in the world either, but it's also tied with Chile's um, Atacama Desert for the most driest place in the world also. So you can just imagine there's no way for anything to survive there. There's no water, there's no food, temperatures are so hot. Yeah, it's not one of those places where you want to go on vacation. Here's some pictures of the Lut Desert, and as you can see, there's nothing there. All it is sand and rocks. Um, there's nothing can live there. There's just nothing there. But anyways, that is all for my PowerPoint slide. I hope you liked it. I hope you found some useful facts about the Lut Desert, and thank you for watching.